Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing good. Today I have a new recipe coming for y'all. This is a childhood recipe that I grew up eating when I was a child. It's called Pollo en Crema, which is Spanish for chicken and cream or cream chicken. So I grew up eating this meal. It consists of like a cream-based sauce made of cream cheese. It has bell peppers, onions, rice, and chicken. And this is a meal, like I said, I grew up eating. My background is more Hispanic, and my mom used to make this meal. Now, I don't know if this is really a traditional Mexican meal or not. I maybe should have asked her before I made this video, but it was a meal that we grew up eating. I really like eating this meal. It's really yummy, so I'm looking forward to eating it tonight. What I'm gonna do now is start to chop up the vegetables. I've actually already cooked up my chicken, and I'll show you that in a moment. I boiled it. The next thing to do with that is to shred it. So you're going to make your chicken separately. You're going to boil your chicken and shred it, and your sauce and the vegetables and all of that cook separately. All right, I'm going to get ready to chop up my bell peppers. So you're going to need 2 bell peppers and 1 onion to chop up. You're also going to need the block of cream cheese, but I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm going to start by cutting up my bell peppers. So you can use, I always use the green bell peppers. That's what I usually traditionally use. That flavor of the green bell pepper is what you want in this dish. You're going to chop up the bell peppers kind of like in strips, about that thick. So go ahead and do that. Use up all of your bell pepper. You know, I chop off the tops and I use every little bit of it. So make sure that you don't let anything go to waste. Chop it all up. It's all good to eat. That's all the abundance that you have, is all of these things. Like all your food is abundant, so don't let it go to waste. And so here's your seeds and all of that. You're going to take all of that out, clean it out. I find that bell peppers have a lot less seeds nowadays than they used to have, so they're not too bad to clean out. I used to have to kind of clean them out over the sink and cut it out and all of that, but as you see, just right here, I can just get it cleaned up. So go ahead and chop up the rest of your bell pepper into those strips, kind of like the fajita strips. So what kind of childhood recipes did y'all grow up eating? I have a lot of viewers in different parts of the world. So comment down below, what kind of recipes did you grow up eating with your family, or what childhood recipe is your favorite? This really truly is one of my favorite recipes. I do like to eat it, and I make it at home. My daughter and my husband like it as well. So I'm going to cut up my second bell pepper. All right, so cut up that top. So growing up, my mother was the main one that cooked at home. Now that everybody's kind of out of the home, now my dad cooks, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, my mom mostly cooked growing up, and she had like certain meals she would make most weeks. So we had kind of like, you know, the rotating kind of meal plan stuff, and there was just recipes on there like this one, and tacos, and tuna casserole, roast. There were certain kind of rotation meals we had growing up that I can remember. So comment down below, what kind of recipes or meals did you eat growing up? My family, like I say, my mom, she's from Mexico, so we had the Mexican meals. And then my father, he is from the United States, but more of like the southwestern area, Tucson, Arizona, New Mexico area. So we kind of had that southwestern flavor as well, but also the American food. So I had a little bit of everything. All right, so I got my bell peppers here. I'm going to move them over to the side. I think I have enough space to cut up my onion as well. So get yourself an onion if you would like. If you really like onions, you can do 2. You can do even more bell peppers if you like. It's really up to you. You can extend this recipe by adding more sauce if you like, if you have a bigger family. So I'm going to put the recipe, and I always have my recipes in the description, so go check that out. And there you can find the recipe, and you can double it or, you know, triple it, whatever you like. Most of my recipes are very easy to work with. So with your onion, you're gonna do the same thing, kind of like that fajita style. I'll show you about the thickness of it. You're gonna kind of just have a little bit like that, you know, just the fajita style, kind of roughly chopped onion size is what I like. But again, if you prefer smaller pieces or diced or something like that, go ahead and do it how you like. You can really work with your onion. You can change that kind of stuff up on this recipe. It's no big deal. All right, so I've pretty much gotten all of my onion chopped up now and my bell peppers. So I'm gonna just separate them a little bit here. And I'm gonna heat up my pan. You're gonna heat up your pan with just a little bit of oil. You don't want too much, just enough to saute your bell peppers and onions. And you're going to saute and cook up your bell peppers and onions till they're like, you know, that caramelized, cooked, soft consistency or texture is what I mean. So go ahead and do that now, and I'll meet you back here when I got mine cooked up. Here's the bell peppers and the onions, so just let them cook up about, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever it takes on your stove to cook up your bell peppers and onions to kind of a soft consistency or texture is what I keep wanting to say. All right, meet you back up here when I got mine cooked. All right, our bell peppers and onions are pretty much cooked to the tenderness that I like. So now I've opened up my cream cheese. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it directly in. I'm gonna kind of let it sit there in the warmth of the pan for a little bit till it starts to kind of dissolve and mix it. And so it's gonna create a sauce. I'm gonna come back to you when that's kind of dissolved a little bit to show you what comes next. All right, so what's happened now is that the cream cheese block has melted in, and I've added in a cup of milk. So when you're making this and you're adding that block of cream cheese, how it was melting there, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be a point where it's just gonna be covering, the cream cheese is gonna be covering the bell peppers. Like, it's not gonna be like a gravy like this. It's not gonna be like that. So that's when you're gonna go ahead and add in the milk. You're gonna add in a cup of milk and then stir, and that's when it's gonna kind of create this gravy-like consistency from the cream cheese and the milk being mixed together and melting in here. And the other thing you're going to add, and I've already added it in mine, is y'all know I really like this stuff, the Knorr chicken bouillon. You're going to add a tablespoon of this. This already has like salt and all of that, so this is your seasoning for this. So go ahead and add that in. If you don't have this, this is where you're going to add in like your salt or your pepper to taste. So, but this is all I use, just a tablespoon of this, and this is perfect for this. And you see how it's kind of boiling? This is the point I'm gonna go ahead and put in my chicken and turn down the heat to like a very low heat. We don't need it very hot. The sauce is already made, it's already melted, the chicken is already cooked. So I'm gonna come back here and add in the chicken. Our chicken's already cooked, so like I say, it's just kind of mixing it in together now. Okay, this is the chicken from the leg quarters. I've already gotten that off the bone, and I went ahead and just kind of chopped it up in little pieces. You can shred it. I just kind of chopped it this time. And you're going to mix that in with your cream sauce. And I'm probably going to let mine cook for about 10 minutes here so that the chicken kind of loosens up and mixes in with the cream sauce and the bell peppers. And you can give it a little taste because the cream sauce, that's already created now. So give it a taste and see if it's to your taste. If you need to add anything, it will get more flavor as it sits. But as far as salt and pepper and things like that, you may want to check on it now and see if you need to add anything. But this is essentially how it is. And so the other thing that I'm making on the island is rice. So you serve this over rice. So a bowl of like a cup of rice and a cup of your chicken here, your creamy chicken. And so this is a dish that I grew up eating, okay? And so the way that we talked about this dish, we called this pollo en crema. I almost forgot it for a moment there. Pollo en crema. Pollo means chicken. Crema means like cream, the cream sauce. So chicken and cream sauce. I'll show you how it looks when I put it together on my plate. I'm going to let it sit here and cook, and then I actually got to go out and get my daughter from school, and then we'll be back for dinner. Here's the rice cooking. I just do it in the rice cooker. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, and I put a tablespoon of butter in this and a tablespoon of good old chicken bouillon, nor